Welcome back, everyone. It's Gaming Series. DB Smiley here, bringing you Luciodology versus Bloodbath and Beyond. Looking forward to this match. Division D West. Take a quick look at the bracket where we're at. Expect that Full Meta Jacket is moving on over Camino Sabo Dirts in a no contest. That match has not been scheduled yet, and I believe Camino has just simply not responded. But that said, that could potentially give us a playoff bracket here at the end of the night between Full Meta Jacket and the winner of this game versus Clouded Minds and Randy Newman in the bottom half in D West. But jumping back into the draft here, Bloodbath and Beyond, or excuse me, Luciodology chose first draft pick as the higher seed, as was their right. Bloodbath and Beyond going to be on the right hand side. They chose to take it to Battlefield of Eternity, as we see Akira ban. Taking a look. Bans on that middle row is just out. Dragonshire, Shrine, Sky Temple, and Tomb. Moving back into the draft. Kira banned out, Joanna banned out. Let's see. Yeah. Don't know what the last pick is yet. Last ban, I should say. Asmodan. We're in Division D, folks. We are in Division D. So, as I was prepping for this game and looking at the stats, I mean, I gotta say that on paper, Bloodbath and Beyond looks like the better team-fighting team. Luciodology, the higher seed, though. We'll see how this goes. Kel'Thas going to be the first pick, as one would expect. Kel'Thas, just a very dominant hero. Pretty much in the lower 3 divisions entirely in NGS. Teams just have a hard time with his Living Bomb. High priority round assassins. Can't remember the last time I've seen 3 assassins taken with the first 3 picks. We're gonna get Li Ming and Zul'jin. A lot of damage. Gonna be very hard for Luciodology to engage into that. They just picked a Brightwing. I gotta say that I think that is a questionable choice here. I'm really worried about Brightwing being able to keep up with the damage of Li Ming and Zul'jin. Yeah, you have the spell armor, but Zul'jin will just truck right through any health bars, and Brightwing just really not built to kind of deal with that amount of single target damage. We'll see how it goes. Rhaegar and Vala bans. So Zul'jin and the Li Ming also going to provide a lot of burn here on BOE. What do they pick now? Presumably their tank. Stitches, Morales. I don't like the Stitches. I like the Morales. I really don't like the Stitches. Stitches, I think, is kind of in a bad place right now. So kind of surprised that is the pick. There is Garrosh and Greymane, and I like that pick a lot. Like that rotation quite a bit. Brings a lot of isolation and blow up. I like the Malthael pick, though. It's a good way to counter both the Imperious and the Garrosh. See how that works? Pretty quick draft. Neither team really eating into their clock too much. But out of the gate, I'm really worried about how that Brightwing's gonna do. But I'm also actually, now that I think about it, really worried about how does Bloodbath actually lock down a target? Because, I mean, they have no CC. And when I say they have no CC, I mean they really actually have no stuns. They have no way to force a target to stand still and make sure that Li Ming hits them. The only really predictable movement CC they have is Stitch's hook, which is not reliable. Which is to say that I don't love the draft from either team, but the Brightwing just really concerns me. See how it goes as we move into this series. Best of 3. Winner advances. Loser, their season here in Nexus Gaming Series is over. Luciodology versus Bloodbath on the left. We're going to have Calictost on Brightwing, Lemony Fresh on Kael'thas, Eugenaz going to be on Garrosh, Hentron on Greymane, and up in the top, Fairywinkle on Imperius. And on the right, starting at the top, Diet Llama going to be on Malthael. Down here in the bottom, Rackham going to be on Stitches, Crafty Trent on Zul'jin, Punk Arcade Pirate going to be on Li Ming, and True Saint on Morales. Level 1 talents, Fairy Dragon. Pretty standard across the board. There's a Convection, keep an eye on that. Other than that, nothing stands out to me. Patchwork Creation, just going with the healing. Makes all the sense in the world that a medic healer with you. I don't like that I'm seeing medic going into grenade build. I'm just not a fan in general. There's a flip on the Stitches, Polymorph follow-up. I mean, there's their combo, flip, Polymorph. Entron, though, just taking a ton of damage. Good flank there by Crafty Trent in terms of positioning, and Stitch is just going to be able to heal right back up from all this. So, there's the hook. Not ideally the target you normally want to hit. Garrosh going to be pretty hard to burn down. Up here in the top lane, Malthael and Imperius both kind of just letting each other feel each other's presence. Nobody really working to clear the lane too much. Stitch's Ghost Hook doesn't quite hit anything. Stitches steps up very aggressively there, gets slowed, and now is going to drop, and no, medic going to be able to heal up. And there you see the value of that 15% healing buff, that true monstrosity. So, not really going to get too much value off the minion side of that talent, but certainly the passive healing is going to be good. They'll toss up to 4 stacks. And, oh boy, Stitches and Morales not in a chance to help this out, and Crafty Trent's gonna drop, and so this could be a successful invade now. Li Ming has dropped back and trying to throw some damage out, but Stitches just moved off the point just enough. He's gonna drop, and Morales just kind of stands there as we have a DC. Do get a pause. So, after that fight, things looking good here to start for Luciodology. Should note, Imperius did take the top siege camp, so both siege camps now in favor of Luciodology. You can also move into their bruiser camp here. Presumably the timer will start here in 28 seconds, so they don't need to do it right away, but pretty big macro edge at the moment. We're going to see if we can get a reconnect. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. Thank you for watching. Alright, everyone, we're hopping back into the game. Morales reconnected, but good start here for Luciodology. And that's where, you know, when you don't really have any way to CC an enemy hero, I mean, Greymane is just kind of run ham onto your Morales. And I think as much as I've complained about the Brightwing pick, I really want to emphasize the lack of CC. by Bloodbath and Beyond is really going to hurt them. Kael'thas up to 6 stacks. Periwinkle, I like this, just passive soaking, wanting to save his mana for any team fight that could break out. Both teams on their bruisers at the moment. Lil Jin already ready in position to burn. Brightwing kind of soloing this camp at the moment, but not the best situation. Gonna be able to just back up, grab a tap here, and rejoin. Malthael stepping up with a Periwinkle, but we do have the first objective up. And already Bloodbath starting in on that burn. They do have the very good burn with that Zul'jin. Greymane, good match, but Greymane right now kind of playing patty cake a bit with Malthael. Going for some chase and some damage there. Malthael, though, tried to be too clever. Wraith Strike onto Greymane was a mistake, is then getting separated out by the Garrosh and getting blown up. That said, pretty big lead so far for Bloodbath, but with Zul'jin dropping, that's going to change very quickly. The chase is on, flip onto Stitches, body blocks are there, he's trying to peel away. Here comes the Flame Strike, down goes Stitches. That's 3 kills in quick succession for the side of Luciodology. That said, need to get Greymane back onto the burn here. Microphone down, oh god. The president's been shot. No, just might drop my mic. Sorry about that. Sorry for your ears, everyone. Rip your ears. I will send flowers. In lieu of flowers, please send hearing aids. Yeah, so, oh, sorry. Engage coming up here. There's a flip onto Diet Llama. He's gonna drop. Bloodbath just, you know, doesn't really have any way to engage, other than Stitch's hook. And True Saint is taking a winding path. Gonna be able to escape here. Bloodbath does win the objective, but looking at that XP differential, at what cost? 7.5. Well, 7 3/4 to 6.5 now. Greymane will be able to burn up this Immortal lickety-split. Lucidology in good position to burn this very, very quickly. Does get it down. Loses front wall. But all told, not bad. Garrosh looking for a stun chance. Needs to be careful now, getting turned around. There's a hook onto Hentron. He's getting the focus of the damage, but Zul'jin just having a hard time stepping up with that living bomb kind of preventing him from being comfortable up in that front line. Globe comes out. Bloodbath trying to make something happen. Brightwing going to throw the Z in. There's a hook onto Garrosh. Now Brightwing is low. Brightwing drops. And there you see what I talked about with Brightwing just taking too long to kind of get that single target healing. That said, right now, for the time being, Lucidology doing a good enough job staying alive. Sans the Brightwing. Siege Camp will get taken up here in the top. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Malthael starting to ramp up a bit. Did not go die alone. We are seeing the Black Harvest choice. That's an interesting selection. That is very much likely to indicate a Tormented Souls rather than a Last Rites, and that is surprising into a Brightwing, who has no burst heal option. She doesn't polymorph, though, and that can shut down Tormented Souls. So, ooh, Stitches is slowed. Garrosh does not go in for the flip. Malthael did take the bottom shrine in that meantime, or bottom camp. Bruiser camp getting started up here by Bloodbath. Meanwhile, they're just going to put Hentron right away on the burn on the side of Lucidology. Level 10s are here. Go for the throat. Angelic Armaments, Pyroblast, Blink Heal, and Warlord's Challenge. Periwinkle stepping up, looking to be a bit annoying here. Meanwhile, Li Ming is still doing this camp. Bloodbath needs to decide what they want here. Do they want the camp or do they want to burn? And when you do both badly, rather than doing one of them good, you're going to put yourself in a bad spot. Because now they have to take a team fight into level 10 to win the shrine, although frankly I think their best choice is just to walk away and soak 10. The fact that they're taking this fight, I think, is a mistake. We'll see if they pay for it. Crafty Trent is low. Here comes the Pyroblast onto ETC. Warlord's challenge there. There's the flip. Stitches is still alive, though. Very hard to kill, so going to trade 1-for-1 for Garrosh. And actually, Malphite will dive in the back. Should be able to get on Brightwing. No, Brightwing is going to be able to self-sustain through that. Now Crafty Trent is a bit low. Morales and dying about the same time as Malphite, so Luciodology going to win that shrine. There you can see how hard diving Brightwing is. Brightwing can just ult Q to heal herself whenever you're on top of her, like Malphite was. So it's working. That said, having a hard time keeping Garrosh alive, which one would expect, again, dealing with this Zul'jin and just how much damage he can do. Convection, by the way, is completed. There's the flip onto Stitches. Morales not there. Stitches goes down. 12 kills to 2. Turning into a bloodbath for Bloodbath and beyond at the moment. Garrosh steps up a little bit too early. Has to blow the Indomitable to walk away. Greymane walking up to the tower. Imperious doing a good job zoning. Top tower drops. Luciodology about to take control of this game in a big way. Hook misses. Sidewall out. Luciodology could look for the engage with the spear. There's a flip onto Garrosh. Spear follow-up. Taunts there. So much CC. Stitches is still alive for the time being, but he is going to drop to that Kel'Thas Flame Strike. It looks like Li Ming now has disconnected from the game. That is a bit unfortunate here. Second disconnect for Bloodbath. Meanwhile, Malphite grabs the bottom camp. Luciodology moving up to deal with this top lane. Hopefully we can get reconnected, but we'll be right back. Apologies for the pauses. Hey everyone, we're still in a holding pattern here. Apologies. Turning into a long pause. Hopefully we can get this back underway. Would never want the playoffs to go like this. See what happens. Stay tuned. Thanks for your patience. Testing. Alright. Yeah, what I'm saying is we're still in a pause. There's still no update. I will try to get back to everyone as soon as there is. Alright, everyone, here's the deal. Um, One of their players is trying to connect. At this point, it is 10:30, so we've basically been paused well longer than the 10-minute cap, so it's up to the teams. Right now, Luciodology saying they'd rather play. I certainly get that. If there's another pause like this, I'm going to have to drop the cast, because I can't stay up till midnight. I expected this to be a pretty short series, certainly under an hour and a half. If there's another pause that lasts this long, we clearly won't do that. So hopefully they can get it worked out here. This has been a very long reconnect where we've been paused for a while, so I apologize. I will do what I can to bring you this match, but I am also not going to stay up till 1 a.m. If the teams want to be good sports and wait out pauses, I am all for that, but I'm not gonna wait 20 minutes per game for pauses. That's just being realistic about my time. So anyway, hopefully we get back into this game. They said that they're reconnecting. Of course, he also said about 3 minutes ago that he was reconnecting, so don't know what the correct answer is to this. Hopefully he can start presenting information clearly and succinctly, but if that doesn't happen, I'll just wait. So we'll be back, hopefully. I hope. Maybe. Alright, we're back. There were multiple times where they said the guy was reconnecting and it just never moved, so I was starting to get a little frustrated there. Anyway, Luciodology taking top camp. Now moving towards bottom to deal with this Impaler. Well, we're actually right now Luciodology split, sending Brightwing and Greymane top with Kael'thas. They have Garrosh down in the bottom. He's going to rotate away, though. Getting a rotation towards bottom now by Bloodbath. Possibly looking for Imperious pick. I'd like to see Stitches try to flank and look for hook opportunities without showing so quickly.
I will reach your position shortly.
Good adjustment. Bloodbath trying to look for something here. Kind of just hovering around the enemy side of the map, though. Not really doing anything definitive towards engaging. Which makes sense. They're down 13, but then like they want to really be careful about which side of the map they're on. It's Last Rites with the Black Harvest. That is surprising. Anyway. So this Malthael build is just very confused to me. Black Harvest isn't that great anymore, but if you're gonna do it, the whole point is just to get dots on the enemy team to do lots of damage. And as weak as Tormented Souls is at the moment, relative to Last Rites, like if you're gonna spread dots and be a sustained damage dealer, like you go that, right? I mean, especially, we'll see. I mean, Last Rites will work. Assuming he's alive for the team fight, he was not there. Focus there onto Zul'jin. He gets flipped into the bush. There's the Warlord's Challenge. Zul'jin drops. This whole time, Greymane burning. Bloodbath is not sure what to even do at this point. Stitch is going to drop the Putrid Vial, while Malthael and Li Ming burn. But Immortal will come to bot lane. Bot lane already softened up quite a bit at this point. Here it comes. Nearly full shield. It should be a keep by Luciodology, even if they don't get a pick. If they get a pick, it's definitely that. But I think with the Greymane, with the Greymane, they have enough burn to do it. That said, Li Ming chunking out some good damage there. Sidewall, gonna be dead soon. I want to get that sidewall quick because of the stitches. There you go, sidewall down. You always want to take out the sidewalls just so you're not approaching through a choke point. Huge damage there by Li Ming onto Garrosh, but this Immortal, still with shield, really pushed up here. There's a stun onto Stitches, flip, follow up. Warlord's challenge with the taunt, down goes Stitches. Go for the throat, reset used on Diet Llama to chunk out some damage. Last Rites will kill Garrosh. There's the value there. That said, Malthael dies soon after. Periwinkle trying to run away from Li Ming. Mortal drops. They get about 60% on core. Decide not to stay with it. Li Ming on the chase. But gonna be able to walk away from this. Meanwhile, up in the top, Bloodbath contending with this wave as well. Level 16s here on the side of Luciodology. Luciodology, excuse me. And now nervous even to take their own bruiser on their own side of the map, even when they see that siege camp taken. Brightwing down here in the bottom, could Z up. Bruiser camp still standing there. Do we get engage onto it? Greymane kind of baiting out Morales. There's the re-engage. Laser comes out. Down goes Morales. To Kael'thas. Hook over the wall onto Garrosh. He has Indomitable, I believe. There it is. Came a bit late. Stitches gets blown up there by Imperius and Greymane. Now they have a chance to take this bruiser camp. Morales down for another 18, Stitches down for another 25. They could actually just go and take keep with this as well, once they have the bruiser camp. Curious, possibly looking at Zul'jin here. But Zul'jin gonna see Entron over the wall. Nonetheless, spear lands, damage comes in. Down goes Zul'jin. So, Lucidology just kind of styling on Bloodbath at the moment.
I fight for the glory of the high heavens. Red team's core is under attack.
Top bruiser is cleaned up. There is a catapult on, not the core, but onto this tower, because lol. That's why. Burn still coming in.
Enough. I seek better ground.
Bruiser camp gonna get grabbed down the left. Stepping up. There is the stun. Putrid Bile throws the Putrid Bile into the enemy team, but the taunt comes in all the same. Polymorph, down goes Stitches. Good CC chaining here by Lucidology. That said, Last Rites is going to take out Garrosh. Fairywinkle trying to go for Li Ming, but just can't find it. And now Fairywinkle may be recognizing that, perhaps I made choices. And perhaps they were not the right ones. That said, we're under attack here by a bruiser camp with 2 Katas. That said, Katas will lock onto this tower, so it buys some time. Meanwhile, Kael'thas trying to chunk in some damage onto this Immortal. Zul'jin trying to chase Greymane here. Greymane potentially going back in. Oh, but there was the guillotine. Greymane stuck his neck out. Guillotine cut it right off. Li Ming slowly burning this, but Kael'thas able to step up and get some chunk damage. And finally, it dies. And so, Luciodology going to win the tribute despite losing the team fight. And they're sending Medic down to clear bottom. I'm all about that solo lane support life. This is my Storm League experience in a nutshell. That said, Zul'jin is way too far out here. There's a focus on the Diet Llama. He's going to turn around. He's going to get taunted. He's trying to turn some damage around, but Last Rites is just not going to do anything there. So, Malthael drops 23 to 6 kills at the moment. Very dominant performance here by Luciodology. Mortal Dodge drop, keep still standing. 4v4, 5v4 at the moment, actually 4v4. Greymane not here yet, and Luciodology just kind of refusing to win this game at this point. Just finding ways to make enough mistakes to not win the game here. That said, Katas once again on the core. Now that tower is out, so these Katas are going to start being more direct. Shield still standing for now. Top camp taken by Bloodbath. Yeah, I don't really care, Duke. I don't care. I mean, it's just a word. I'll call it a fucking pumpernickel if I want to. I don't really care. So, so far, I believe the count is 3 pumpernickels to 0. No, wait, no. Bloodbath did get the first pumpernickel. So it's 2 pumpernickels to 1 at this point. So now, Bruiser Camp gonna get taken here by Bloodbath. I have no clue why Luciodology is sticking around. I have even less clue why Bloodbath is not more aggressively trying to punish it. I mean, they don't have CC, so that's a big problem. There you see Stitch is just gonna get flipped. Greymane's gonna dive in. He's gonna just one... You know, when you have no CC, you can just walk in and kill Li Ming. 1-for-1 trade. There's the polymorph. Cleanse comes in. Nope. Down goes Malthael. Pumpernickel phase about to start here. Malthael has used his 20 return. Level 20s are here now for both teams. They want to try to finish that structure. Kel'Thas going to be able to do it. But both pumpernickels are up. No one burning at the moment. Bruiser Camp going to get cleared up. And while this sounds petty, I'm trying to make a point that everyone knew what I meant, so correcting the word is just kind of a silly thing to do. Because by calling them pumpernickels, everyone knows what I'm doing. Periwinkle gonna drop here. He gets, he was kind of out by himself as Luciodology continues their attempt to find ways to let Bloodbath back into this game. And Zul'jin is absolutely just gonna burn this pumpernickel down, as you can see. Greymane coming back now. That's the thing, is that when you feed right before the pumpernickel phase on Greymane, like, yeah, you're getting that 1-for-1 kill, but you're trading your incredible burn for Li Ming's meh burn. It's not really worth. Now, see an engage attempt onto this pumpernickel. Weird throw there by Garrosh, who's now trying to run away, and there's the Warlord's challenge. Garrosh is low, he's gonna drop, but all the same, only Malthael traded out there. 4-for-1 in kills, and so gonna be a 21-minute pumpernickel being spawned by Bloodbath, who now are not only back in this game, but actually have a chance to win it. They have to deal with these 4 Katas up in the top lane moving towards their core. But this is a pretty heavily shielded pumpernickel. It's gonna be pretty strong. For those joining and wondering why I'm calling this a pumpernickel, I'm just making a point because I'm a child. Fort drops, still a lot of shields on that pumpernickel. Kel'Thas gonna try to burn it down. Flame Strike doing some damage. But they need to send someone back, as they haven't sent anyone back. There's now 4 Katas on this core. It will end the game. And so, Bloodbath now. Ooh, no, Zul'jin needs to not die. Oh, you gotta be aware it respawns. Garrosh is mounted up, and he is chasing. The shields on the pumpernickel have dropped. Pumpernickel does kill the keep, but it will drop here before it does any real core damage. But that's going to open up a win condition for Bloodbath. Going to help them deal with the catapults in the bot lane. Yeah, like I sometimes call the siege camp on this map the shrine, and I have no idea why.
The demon has
I
fallen.
call a lot of
It will
objectives
rise
tributes
again in time.
or shrines or whatever. But bottom shrine gonna be taken here. Bottom siege camp. That one was intentional. Going to be picked up now, though. Looking for a fight, but the damage is coming out. Luciodology gets the kill onto Medic and Stitches. Now the chase is on. There's the spear onto Malthael. Needs to be careful of the last rites. Fairy Winkle is low. But that with 3 kills, they should just be able to walk up and end the game. They just need to... There's the Pyroblast. Kind of not going to do anything. Malthael has returned, so it's 3 defending 5 at the moment. But here you can see Brightwing just not able to heal people up in time. Waiting for their Impaler camp to step up, help them do damage. Ditches and Medic will be up in 30 seconds, so they have plenty of time. They don't need to panic. But that said, now's the perfect time to start attacking the core and stop team fighting, especially if you're, the best single target burn assassin in the game, aka Greymane. Maybe get on the core. Last Right's gonna kill Garrosh, the core drops. And Lucidology decides to add drama, but they ultimately come out on top here in game number 1. On Battlefield of Pumpernickel. Yeah, don't be the guy who just comes into a cast and tries to correct, like, oh, the caster said this, but he meant that. Like, if someone's actually confused, like, wait, what does he mean tribute? Yeah, sure, say that. But like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm just casting the game, and it's East Coast time. That was a 25-minute pause game. Cut me some slack. That's all I gotta say to that. Don't be an asshole. Or else I'll start calling everything you love Pumpernickel. But with that, we're going to see if we can get set up for game number 2. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. Thanks. Welcome back, everyone. Next gaming series, Luciodology up 1-0 in this series over Bloodbath and Beyond. Very long game one due to pauses, not blaming anyone for that, just always difficult to navigate when that happens. That said, Luciodology pretty much dominated that game. Saw some life out of Bloodbath and Beyond late, but just too little too late. They were so far down in that game from a macro sense. They had the back, which meant they couldn't push with the Immortal they won, and, you know, just limits what you can do in that situation. Garrosh banned out immediately, to the surprise of no one, and certainly not this caster. As we are on Bagel Pass now. As chat, we're just having fun at this point, talking about bagels. All the bagels on this map, you got everything bagels. You got onion bagels, you got Asiago bagels. My volume is really low. Well, that would be because I'm not talking very loudly. So this is about as loud as I can talk. My fiance is sleeping in the next room. So this is about as loud as I'll be. The game volume is certainly lower than my speech volume. That is correct. That is intended. That is so that way I don't have to talk super loud. We have a first pick Kira here from Dialama. Greymane Stitches going to be the alternative. So this is the most I have ever seen a Stitches picked this season, which is to say he has not been picked very often. Let's see if Lucidology pairs it with some follow-up CC. Blaze going to be the pick here for the solo lane. Do they grab a tank here? They don't really need to. Gonna grab their mage, Jaina. Has good follow-up off the Blaze. Blaze Bunker also can pay good dividends here. This map's a lot about sustain in terms of you tend to have sustainy team fights around the objective, where now we're seeing a Rhaegar ban. Seems to be targeting True Saint there. Yeah, yeah, Windows does that shit. It drives me up a damn wall. It's horrible with Skype. Like, I'll try to Skype with someone and their volume will just randomly start turning down, and the option to fix that is buried like fucking eight menus deep. And I don't know why Skype thought that was a good idea, but Skype is just an atrocious tool, to the point that no one wants to use it anymore. Just a trip. It's really bad. Let's see. Still need a healer, still need a bruiser, hopefully one with CC. Something like Imperious could work. Right wing Thrall, okay, it works. A lot more CC follow-up there, so it's a better Stitches comp than the one we saw at a Bloodbath last game. Now we need a tank, we need a healer. Arthas, interesting. I don't like it into Stitches, honestly. I want something with mobility in the Stitches. Like Muradin or ETC. Lily, the healer. Yeah. And I don't know why Windows tries to have this, oh, we'll set your sound for you. Like, bitch, I have ears. You're a computer. Which one of us fucking knows what sound we want? ATZ. Alright. Well, hopefully we don't have another 15-minute match. I will not be able to stay for another 15-minute match. I had Carduths, I'm just telling you now. If this match goes, if this match has another pause like that, I'm probably gonna have to kill the stream. Just being realistic. You know, I'm not gonna stay up all night casting this set, because we're an hour in and we've done one game and one draft. So hopefully no pauses. Fingers crossed. Because I typically expect these to go about an hour and a half total. I budget for 2 hours, but yeah, my kitties are getting upset too that I'm up this late and not snuggling with them in bed. My kitties like bedtime snuggles. But on the left side, gonna be Luciodology. Eugene as gonna be on Stitches. Furrywinkle gonna be on Thrall. Hentron on Greymane. Galactos gonna be on Brightwing, and Lemony Fresh on the KTZ. And over on the right, Rackham gonna be on Lily. Punk RK Pirate is going to be on the Jaina. Diet Llama gonna be on Kira. True Saint going to be on Lily and Craft. Or wait, no, Rackham is healing. True Saint is on Arthas. They swapped it up. Okay, world swap here. That's right. Bloodbath and Beyond's the team where no one really has roles. And Crafty Trent going to be on Blaze. But right out of the gate, good poly there to prevent the jet charge. Ooh, the turnaround damage, but Rackham manages to stay alive through it all. A lot of people low, but it looks like Bloodbath is going to fire back first in this game. Alright, level 1 talents. And as we see the teams go to lanes, a good start here for Bloodbath. Kira in the bot lane, Arthas in the top, 3-man mid. Siege Camp already started here by Greymane and Brightwing. Still no Siege Camp yet for Bloodbath. Typically want to start the Siege Camp super early on this map so you can run it twice before the first objective. Sync up the second one with the objective. With Stitches solo lane against Kira, that is not a bueno matchup, gonna be honest there. Stitch is not even gonna be able to stack Devour against Kira, so hopefully they can rotate someone else to this bot lane, but you know, there's quite a bit of mobility on the other side with the Lily, with the Kira, that KTZ is really gonna have to focus on stacking off tanks. Gonna limit his availability. Maybe look for Jaina too, but Kira and Lily are pretty mobile. Stitches has a second stack of Devour, guys. Hooray. Greymane Thrall pushing up Blaze in the top. Now the root lands. Crafty Trent still alive. Gonna turn some damage back around onto Hentron. Siege Camp finally picked up on the side of Bloodbath. They've lost quite a lot of tower health here on the front. Meanwhile, nothing really happening much on the map. Teams starting to lock in their level 4s. Looked for the root, didn't land it. A lot of slows, potentially. Obviously, with Arthas, with Blaze, with Jaina. They don't really have anyone to follow up on. Like, given their comp, I'd much rather see a Raynor than a Kira here. We'll see. Prison Camp phase starts, so both teams gonna fight over them bagels. Both teams need to defend their onion bagel while trying to steal the onion bagel from the other team. People joining the chat probably have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Oh well. It's a late night game, and when you have 25 minutes of pauses, shit like this happens, you know? Bruiser Camp now being started up here by Luciodology. They're keeping Thrall up in the top lane, and it looks like they might be content to just give this shrine up. Excuse, oh, I called it a shrine again, my bad. Give this tribute up. I'm just trolling now. Prison Camp. They might just give this phase up. Thrall has flanked down now. Brightwing joining the fight, but kind of late, kind of at an awkward angle. Still trying to channel. Can't get it through. 5 seconds left. There's the root combo from KTZ. Greymane goes in. Camp has been capped by Bloodbath. They win the first objective. Health bar is just extremely low. Nobody dying. Finally, Stitches dies. Caster Curse right there. There's a good Blaze stun. And Bloodbath grabs themselves 3 kills there. Are going to have to de-push this mid lane, but they are going to grab a lot of soak on the way to it too, so that's going to help increase their level lead here. Greymane roading up the top. You want to see talents? Well, oh. Sorry, did not realize I was still in draft mode. Diet Llama is dead. JK? No, not JK. Diet Llama is dead. Trying to push up into the top against this Greymane. Jaina's here now. Blue gonna have to be careful. That said, did a good job clearing up the cavalry before it got onto fort. Greymane diving in onto Rackham. KTZ looking for a chain. Not going to be able to chain it off anyone there. Greymane possibly looking for the flank here, but this is, let's call it optimistic. Looking for the chain. Didn't really execute the combo particularly effectively, did Lemony Fresh. Luciodology going to be able to walk away from this. Velacto's actually now in a bad spot. Greymane going back in 1v3 just because a root landed. I believe he does not have level 16 Executioner yet. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Questionable choice to go back in. Arthas flanking on to Stitches. Right, we're gonna Z down. So good bait onto the Z as we see a face shield rather than the slow. The reason you tend to take slow at 7 is just because when you slow the target, it makes it so much easier to hit with the Q to just stack up multiple resets one after the other. They have quite a few roots, 2 specifically, so that'll, as well as Poly, so I guess they feel that they'll get more out of the phase shield, pardon me, than out of the CDR, or not the CDR, excuse me, the slows. But, Camp has been channeled here by Bloodbath. They're setting up for the defense. Thrall on an awkward flanking angle, but he does not have a tank who can engage into the enemy team very well, so they're all basically just sitting down here being useless, is what I'm trying to say for the time being. Kira jumps in onto KZZ. Thrall finally joins, but to no avail. Gotta recognize your comp. If you have a Stitches comp, you don't benefit a lot by flanking, unless you're something like Blaze, who can safely escape on his own. That's a 5-man team wipe. So that's gonna be another tribute heading over to Bloodbath as they start to get a lead in this game. Yay, we get a game 3. Hooray! At the rate it's going. Not necessarily, but probably. Blaze heading down to deal with bottom. Pushing up mid now with 3. They want to step up with the cavalry, but not really doing it, and Arthas is kind of just like, what are you waiting on where you think the enemy team is going to run past the cavalry? I think that is just... I'd call it too patient, but it was, I don't know, too optimistic, maybe. Flank coming down onto Blaze. Good jet charge out. Hook back in with the Putrid Vial, trying to enable the re-engage. Blaze should get out of this. Meanwhile, Kira's starting to burn down this top wall. Rest of the team working on taking this mid fort. Rotation's coming up now. Cavalry still alive top, though, dropping pretty quickly. Top wall is down, so win conditions available. KTZ hits the combo. There's a hook onto Lili. 1,000 Cups comes out, though. Here comes the combustion. Lands onto 2, including Brightwing. Arthas diving to the backline, self-sustaining. That's 2 kills very quick. Shadow Fissure coming out onto True Saint, though. Boy, down goes... Thrall, down goes Kel'Thuzad. Entrin, only one alive at the moment. Mid-wall goes down. Chance for Bloodbath to hopefully make this a short map. We'll see. I will send you Doudoir photos. No thank you. Alright, so there will be no Game 3 stream. At all. I don't know why you think I would want that. And you just guaranteed that I will not stream Game 3 under any circumstance. So, everyone blame Demon Grand. Boss gonna get taken up from the top. ATZ stepping up here. Kira gonna push him back in. There's a hook, but KTZ does go down. Kira is just dotting up the enemy team and healing to full, as one would expect. Because, you know, the hero is balanced. Now with a boss pushing in top, 2 dead, maybe we mercifully get an end. I'm just tired, guys. I'm just like really super tired. And it's Monday tomorrow. I'm not ready for that. I'm just not emotionally prepared for a Monday. Monday's a super busy day for me too. Oh. Alright, well, 17 kills to 1. 3-level lead. I'm just gonna, just hope for... I'm rooting for Bloodbath at the moment, just for this game, not for the series. Just to end quickly, please don't 5-man team wipe here, for the love of God. Kira going in. There's the stun on the Stitches Sunder. Combustion. Hits onto Lemony Fresh, he's gonna drop. We're all on the runaway. But diving in onto Diet Llama goes down. Hendron with the go for the throat. Stitches is going to drop here, but Jaina is low as well. Now Greymane trying to run away. He's going to drop before he can get onto Jaina. Jaina stays alive. Jaina should be able to hearth here. It's a very lonely Brightwing, and might not even have that here in a second. No, Brightwing does survive. Jaina hearthed. Got full health and mana, so have a chance to push up with this cavalry and end the game. KTC just kind of trolling at this point. I like this move. Take the siege camp, burn down this middle. That said, it's 2v3 and... Oh no, here it comes. Are you guys ready for some counter throw? Oh boy. Oh, Greymane! Dark flighted in at the wrong time. The 3 managed to get away. Cavalry starting up. Top keep has dropped during this. How does Red play this? They have their Impaler camp, or their siege camp. They're gonna clear up the blue siege camp quick. It looks like they're going to turn their attention here to mid, and if they can get this keep, it makes the game very endable. Again, the core armor on this map. The core has armor, has 40% armor at the moment. It's going to drop to 20% armor if and when Bloodbath can grab this keep. KTZ looking for a chain combo, doesn't land it. Arthas diving in the back. There's the big combustion potentially. Oh, that should be game. That was a huge combustion. Brightwing drops. They're all somehow going to stay alive for the time being, but not for long. ATZ does manage to get back to the Hall of Storms. Rayman goes in the back, finds a kill on Jaina, but it's mercifully going to be over. Bloodbath and Beyond. Quick game 2. You gotta like it. You gotta love it. Bloodbath comes back in this series. So what we learned today is that picking the map is a bad choice. So at this point, Luciodology should not pick map. They should take first pick, because first pick is 2-0, and that's a large enough sample size to make broad conclusions. We'll get set up here for game number 2. We'll see everyone back in just a minute. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing through the pauses. Welcome back, everyone. Next gaming series, Luciodology, Bloodbath Beyond, winner take all, game 3 here. Winner advances to take on, I believe, Full Meta Jacket. While that match has not been scheduled yet, Full Meta Jacket has been trying to, so Camino Saber Darts, given their history, expecting that they're just not going to play it, so that will advance Full Meta Jacket, excuse me. So the winner's gonna have a tall task. Said so far, I mean, it's been two incredibly one-sided games. The first one taking forever because of pauses, so hopefully we don't get that here. I'm gonna be realistic. If there's a long pause, my plan is to just leave the game up, and I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed. And I'll come back here in like an hour and shut the stream off. So that's realistically what I'm planning. And that's not meant to be a joke or anything. That's just like, I want people to see the end of the game, but like my camera won't be following it. Probably just put it to follow one player and go from there, if that happens. I've never done that before, but it's just like when you just sit there for 25 minutes, and I'm not blaming the teams for this. It's not their fault, but it takes it out of you. Especially when I started streaming at 8. Pretty late. Kel'Thas's gonna be the first pick. Bloodbath Beyond, really viewing Kira as, by the way, if I get any fucking pictures, Demon Grand, I'm reporting you to the fucking police. I swear to God, I will report you to the police if you send me any pictures. I so mean that. Kel'Thas, give me the first pick. A lot of priority onto Kira here by Bloodbath, but I don't know if Luciodology actually really plays Kira, so interesting choice. That said, Jaina Lili, come out. Joanna Lucio. So Luciodology gonna live up to their name here. That is the limit of the commentary I have for this draft. Is Luciodology is correct. In the state of Virginia, yes. Especially if they are not only unsolicited, but in fact you are told do not send them. That would very, very readily constitute sexual harassment. I mean, it's no different than voyeurism at that point, right? Or not voyeurism. No different than public indecency at that point. But when it's targeted, it can be harassment, specifically. So enjoy that. Enjoy that lawsuit. Because I saw your photos, you bastard. Your penis is weird shaped. I'm gonna try to type in chat everyone what his penis looks like. That's what his penis looks like, and I have no idea why. I've never seen anything like it. Everyone's wondering why I typed the letter K. And then they're gonna be, and Demon Grand's like already sweating bullets, like, oh god. That's what he thinks my penis looks like? I'm tired. I'm too tired for this shit.
I stand ready.
Look, chat, we've been through a lot together in this last hour and 20 minutes. I'm just trying to make it to the finish line. Not even gonna lie. I'm phoning this one in pretty hard, as you can tell. But that said, you know, at least both teams drafted some CC this time.
We will forge a great destiny.
There we go. Let's see. The variant pick is interesting. If that's Twin Blades, I think I'm just gonna Alt F4. I could see C Smash. I would love Taunt, frankly. I mean, you have so much follow-up damage. I would love Taunt. I would love Taunt Varian right here. We'll see.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
But on the left side, we're going to have Eugenaz on Joanna, Galactos going to be on Lucio, Hentron going to be on Vala, Periwinkle on Imperius, and Lemony Fresh going to be on Kel'Thas. On the right side, Bloodbath and Beyond, Crafty Tran on Zul'jin, Punk Arcade Pirate on Jaina, Rackham going to be on Lily, True Saint on Arthas, and Diet Llama on the Varian.
4, 3.
I'm not joking when I say if that's a Twin Blades Varian, I think I'm done.
Fight.
Here we go now. Both teams engaging mid, but Imperius has already gone top, so they're trying to deny Zul'jin some of that stacking that he can do. We have High King's Quest. Interesting map for it. Jaina cleared up the mid, which is going to push into towers here. So about 4 minions lost by Luciodology. Both teams taking sappers, so we're seeing a bit more of a commitment on the side of Luciodology, so they should be able to get their sappers first. That said, I don't think an invasion will be successful. Just cap? Why are you... The enemy team's in the area. Why are you... Yeah, so now the sappers are just going to get cleared up. Alright. I was just confused for a second. I can see Smash, but I would really like Taunt because they already have enough damage. Like, they don't really need more damage. They don't really need armor reduction. They just need to hold someone still in their damage. And that's why I want to see Taunt. That said, if you were going Taunt, you'd probably see Lion's Maw rather than High King's Quest. If we see Twin Blades, I'm so done. Oh, Varian, you hold in your hands the fate of this stream. Okay, it's Taunt. Stream continues, guys. Good news. Like I said, I like the Taunt pick. They don't need the extra damage from Colossus Smash. They just need a way to hold someone in the damage they have. And so I think that's the right call. I mean, the reason that it's also just a way to annihilate Vala. They can just taunt Vala and she'll just die. I mean, they have more than enough damage to ensure that happens. Joanna and Varian will form what is the slowest bot shrine phase ever. Arthas will drop, but Jaina still gonna get the channel here. But now Periwinkle might pay for it. He's slowed. Lucio gonna boop away.
Let the Gravekeeper know my power.
Now Varian though, solo stalling. Me talk good. Solo stalling. There's the taunt onto Vala. Like I said, taunt Vala, she'll die. So like I said, I thought that was absolutely the way to go. I wish I could convince anyone in this fucking game to play taunt anymore, because it's still really good. Lily drops there on the backside to some living bomb damage. But like, look, I mean, they just got basically 3 kills there, and 2 of them were from taunt. So Bloodbath making the right choice. I mean, Taunt Varian is still really hard to kill. Like, he got HP bar. I mean, he's already 3.7 HP at this point in the game. That's really high. 3.7 HP is really high. Meanwhile, down here in the bottom, 3 invading 3. Lucio on the way down. Cleanse comes out onto Arthas. Trying to move in onto Vala, but he's taking a ton of damage. Lili really selling out for this point. Too much so. Flame Strike gonna kill Arthas there. Rackham trying to run away. He's gonna drop. That's 2 kills. Yeah, I think it's because I play too much Storm League, and people who play Storm League are just fucking idiots, and so it's always Twin Blades. Which Twin Blades variant is flat fucking garbage. If you ever seriously play Twin Blades variant for any reason, I hate you, and you're bad at the game. Arthas coming in onto the flank, gonna get some slows. Finds the root on Vala, down she goes. There's go, good engage. Here comes Varian. Varian looking for the taunt. Finds it onto Lucio, taunting the right target there. Damage was not ready to follow up. Bit unfortunate there. Mid shrine, bot shrine, Lili channeling bot shrine, gonna get it. Bloodbath with a chance to get a lead in this game. Lucio gonna survive. Arthas chasing. Finally turning around. Finds a root. Down goes Imperious. 4v5. Arthas onto the backline. Good unstoppable there. But the root hits 3, and that may be enough to secure another kill. Joanna is slowed, and she will drop. Vala on the backline, Diet Llama. Needs to be careful here. Team was not ready to follow up on a taunt. No, even on double boss maps, do not play Twin Blades. I swear to God, I will ban you from chat. There is literally no situation, double boss or otherwise. Like, okay, if you pick a boss and your team doesn't push with it because they're too busy dying, it's fucking stupid. You're basically talking about playing like a split push Sylvanas at that point. Like, yeah, you can do it, but you're just wasting so much fucking time. No, Twin Blades variant is one of the most useless talents in this game. Like, if you have literally any CC, he just dies. Anyway, like I said, Taunt Varian is the good variant. Taunt Varian, look, he can solo lane fine. Maybe he doesn't win, but he's fine. Taunt Varian is the good variant. Colossus Smash Varian is the niche variant. Twin Blades Varian is the idiot variant. It's the kind that when someone plays it, you immediately regret every decision that led you to playing Heroes of the Storm. Here comes the engage. Great sound barrier by Lucio, enabling a good, strong engage. But that said, the damage starting to turn around there onto Joanna, and she just gets bursted through shield and everything. Lili does go down, as does Arthas, so it's a 2-for-2 trade at the moment, but Jaina in a prime position, Fairywinkle barely surviving JK. Okay, that was style points. Crafty Trent getting that kill. Very good kill to get, though. So there we go. Bloodbath up 16 points at the moment. Starting to grab top sappers. It's an interesting choice, focusing this much energy into top lane. Lucio needs to be careful. Varian does have taunt available. DPS wasn't there yet, but it will be soon. Fairywinkle looking to flank. Now moves in, finds the spear onto Lili. Here comes Entron. 5v4 situation at the moment. Crafty Trent just trying to walk away. Fire Blast gonna secure the kill onto Jaina. There's a spear onto Arthas, gets pulled out by the Condemn. Guillotine comes out, doesn't find Joanna. There's a taunt on the Kael'thas. Arthas has joined the fight now, getting some slows out, but a great sound barrier could enable a turnaround. Some real damage here. Joanna's still out of this fight. 1,000 Cups now coming out, trying to keep True Saint alive. Vala goes down meanwhile. But managing to turn this fight 4v5, finding 2 kills there. Kael'thas drops as well. Now looking at Imperius. Imperius going to be able to spear over the wall and get away. Trying up in the bottom. Good fight there by Bloodbath. Jaina down there first. She's going to get the channel. Well, maybe. Maybe? That was a lot closer than I expected. Lucio speed boost. Ooh, Lucio made choices. And boss gonna be attempted here as well. Greymane gonna have to... Vala really gonna have to sell out for this. Ooh, Vala gets onto the point. There's gonna be some deaths. There's gonna be some deaths there. Yeah, that was ambitious. Was very ambitious. I just don't think that was worth. I think that's a situation where you get bottom and you take bot fort if they try to contest. That said, these sappers will walk up, and now so potential chance for the pendulum to swing a bit. Bot fort is low. Sappers still being grabbed up in the top left by Luciodology. We're gonna walk these in. 5-man down here in the bottom. They really want this keep to try to open up the map a bit for them to make kind of more plays. Arthas soaking in the middle at the moment. Need to watch, see if he comes down on the flank. Less shield comes in. Team was not really ready to follow up. Here comes Arthas now on the flank. Spear comes in, misses. Arthas, big 3-man root, gets the slow. Joanna goes down, Guillotine comes out, mostly nullified out by the sound barrier. Health bars are low here for Bloodbaths. This is no sure thing that they win this fight still. Rack 'em low. Mid shrine is up. Health bar is just extremely low. Lily not going to be able to keep everyone up at the moment. And now they need to retreat here. Surprised Vala did not chase the Jaina there a bit. So that's going to be 4 shots going to the core. Imperius grabbing the top left. Top right is going to be a point of contention, I imagine. Jaina did not have a tap, or at least didn't take it. Throwing out the Blizzard. Going to chunk some damage out. Meanwhile, content to give up the Shrine to get bottom fort back, but that means they are going to give up those 4 shots. Kind of poor communication there by Bloodbath. Vala goes down. Poor communication from a standpoint of they're doing this thing where they have it like 3 and 2 a lot, and they really just want to have 5. Here comes an engage. Lily is, let's call it ham. That Lily is not kosher. So now you go from being up really at a point you were up 20 points after that boss being up by 16 to now being only up by 2. You give up 14 shots there. That's rough. 14 shots on the triple altar phase there. And counting boss, because effectively it was the boss that allowed it. I mean, that was an 18-shot swing. And potentially, if you picked up boss, you know, if they were somehow able to do that, like that's a difference of 22 shots net, all told. So it's a pretty big deal. That's nearly half the game. See what happens. Sapper's going to be pushed in here on bottom. Trying to go for this keep. There's the taunt. Does secure the kill onto Vala. 1,000 Cups comes out. There's the Pyroblast. Still Jin gonna try to heal through it. Does do so. Not sure what the Cleanse was for. Cleanse does not do anything with Pyroblast at all. Why would you run through Blizzard like that? Ooh, not Blizzard, excuse me. Why would you run into Living Bomb like that? Thank you. I'm pretty funny.
Lay claim to the altars. Do not disappoint.
Top shrines, though. Gonna be 3 shots from this left one, 5 potentially the other way. It could be back to a 4-shot game here in a second. It will be. Oh, 15 to 11.
Your failure will soon be complete, usurper.
Top sappers will be up in a minute, so not really urgent. We are seeing a push in towards mid. I like this decision. See if someone steps out and if you can get them. Walk your minions up. You know that Vala and Imperius are busy bottom. That said, Kael'thas rotating up. He's going to be able to pressure it out. You want to always get these sidewalls when you're pushing. I really miss when all the objectives on this map, or all the towers on this map, had special names. It's like this was the lumber mill. And when it was capped, it would be like, you know, blue team got lumber mill, whatever. Great engage there by Joanna. Bless shield and condemn. The guillotine doing a lot of damage. Gonna take Vala out, but 2 for 1 at the moment. Good route to slow down the retreat. Or slow down the chase, excuse me. To enable the retreat. Boss is gonna be started here, but Lucio is tanking at the moment, which is... This is a bad decision to do boss here if they do it. Periwinkle gonna find Varian. Varian just gonna walk away.
From the depths.
2 sapper camps available, top and bottom right. No one really making a play for them. Everyone kind of really focused on this boss right now. Questionable how much value that boss actually brings. Oh, the heal from the cleanse. That's right. I forget Lily's cleanse heals. That's a long cooldown to use for a heal. Just saying. I stand by my comment saying that was questionable. Anyway, Fairywinkle now getting rooted in the Blizzard, and Fairywinkle is going to drop. Jin throwing out a ton of damage onto Lucio. Varian looking for it. There's the sound barrier. True Saint is low at the moment. Oh my gosh, 2 people just got bursted there by the boss. There's the Pyroblast. Diet Llama, is he going to survive? Protected, by the way. Going to do so. That was the Living Bomb paired with the boss damage. Absolutely trucking out a bit. Both teams traded out those 7 to 11. I'm kind of hungry. I could go to 7-Eleven right now. Get me a Mountain Dew. Some Hai Chew. Have you guys had Hai Chew? Holy fuck, Hai Chew is good candy. If you haven't had Hai Chew, fucking try it. Just don't try the mango, because the mango is kind of not good tasting. It doesn't taste like mango. It tastes like kids. If they made a mango flavored child's toothpaste, that's what Hai Chew mango tastes like. That said, every other Hai Chew flavor is fantastic. Hai Chew is really fucking good. I love the Hai Chew grape. If you haven't had it, give it a shot. Furious was standing on the tunnel, having to back up there. But, Zapper's in the bot lane. Sapper camp being started here by Luciodology. These Sappers will move directly onto keep. Sapper's picked up above. There's the Bless Shield engaged, and Kael'thas trucking out just a ton of damage there, but now the taunt on the back, great sound barrier, guillotine though onto Kael'thas, and he's going to drop, and Bloodbath now with an advantage in this fight, but True Saint very low, spear onto him, going to enable the kill, but there's the taunt, going to enable the kill onto Imperius, but still Varian not out of this one. Down he goes, but he trades for 2, and now it's a very lonely Vala. And at this point now, boss is up, you just go end the game. You can end the game with a boss here. Don't worry about the lanes or anything. They might grab the globe, but they don't even need it. So that will be GG. Bloodbath and Beyond will come back from a pretty dismal game number 1 performance to win this series. And that second game, they dominated. That's third game, they looked dominant. They had a weird point where they kind of let Luciodology back into it, but Bloodbath Beyond going to move on. With that, GG's. This stream brought to you by Haichu. Dude, I would take that sponsorship. I support their product. Sound barriers by Lucio that game were just exceptional, but the Vala play was punished hard by that taunt variant, and you know, like I said, I mean it's hard to kill that taunt variant. 7-0 really enabled Zul'jin to go to town. So turns out that when Bloodbath and Beyond drafts literally any CC, they don't get stomped, and when they draft literally no CC, they get stomped. But hopefully they can take that into their next round. We're going to go ahead, pull up that bracket for you. Take a look. And while we don't know the winner of that first match yet, I'm like 99.9% certain it's Full Meta Jacket, only because I'm pretty sure Camino Saber Darts is kind of forced to forfeit. The game hasn't even been scheduled yet, and it was supposed to be played by this time at midnight. Yeah, I mean, so with that, expect Bloodbath Beyond to be playing Full Meta Jacket. Then you got Clouded Minds and Randy Newman in the bottom half of the bracket, and that's D West. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for bearing with my bullshit while I push through the wee hours of the morning. Let's see if anyone is casting, and I will throw it over to them. Give me just 1 minute to see what's happening there. I'm not going to do a post-game interview. It's too late at night for that. Like my intent was to be in bed about 30 minutes ago. So let me see if anyone's casting. Nexus commentary is still going. No, Nexus commentary's just ended. Alright, let me see if any of my friends are casting. No, but there is someone that I could throw it to. So, everyone, this was a classic guy in NGS. Or not in NGS, in Heroes of the Storm. Not really doing it as much anymore, but go ahead and give him some love. It's Halloran. There you go. Tell him we miss you in Heroes of the Storm when the raid kicks, everyone. Tell him we miss you in Heroes of the Storm. That's the line. We miss you in Heroes of the Storm.